In this video, I'm going to show you how you can repurpose your pillar content into content pieces similar to this one, this, and others. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm an admin of this page, and we came out with a strategy to create and repurpose our content on social media. It's not only for Facebook, but in this concrete case, I'm going to show you how we repurposed our webinar we did to Facebook and how we are creating videos like this and others you can see on our feed. So you can use ContentFries to help you do just this, and this is how it works. First step is to upload your pillar content. That means I need to go into my wizard and choose the ContentFries streamer. So I will choose this one and upload my content. This content will probably be very big and lengthy, so I will skip these steps because this wizard is really straightforward and easy. So I will show you the concrete content or pillar content we used, but this is where you need to upload your content. So this is the uploaded webinar we did earlier, and as you can see, it has 9,900 seconds. So it's pretty long, and when I click on it, I will immediately see my video and the audio timeline which is underneath it, and how I can create my content pieces from this pillar content. That's actually very simple and very easy. All I need to do is to create some areas like this and some segments, and this is how I can trim and cut my video. So this webinar is really long, and that means it's full of content pieces. Maybe you said some interesting productivity tip, or maybe you said something in a good flow or energy, and that's what you can use as your content piece. So you just need some times to have in mind, maybe some starting and ending times of your content pieces. And then what you need to do is just create these areas, or you can click on the audio and click on this button, which will set start for your new content piece, and then set end. And as you can see, I have created new content piece. I can remove it, I can drag and drop to move it on the timeline, and my times will be synchronized with that move. So what I can do now is, if I want to start my content piece in some really more meaningful way, I can zoom in my audio a bit and then just drag and drop to start it where there is no voice in the video. So now I can check if it's starting correctly, and as you can see, this audio,
tak poď.
this audio pause is really long, so I can drag it more to the starting point and maybe just check the ending.
K ním dostaneme.
So maybe it can end here. So again, I just need to drag my audio area to this point. And now I have my content pieces ready to be generated, but maybe I need to cut out some parts of my content pieces when I make some ahs and ohs and some squeaks and noises like that, what I can use is this custom cuts button, and as you can see, that will select my concrete content piece. What it will do, I will show you once again. As you can see, this is my first content piece I created, and by clicking on the custom cuts, it will select this content piece and go into advanced cutting mode for this concrete content piece. So just click on it once again, and maybe I can zoom on my audio timeline and zoom to my content piece. And maybe I don't want to have this part in this content piece, so I can simply drag in the audio timeline to remove this part of content piece from it. Obviously, I can remove any parts of this content piece that I don't want to have in this content piece. So this way I can cut out areas I don't want to have in this content piece. And now I can just zoom out, and I can see there are 3. Maybe just zoom in more, and you can see first one, second one, and third one. When I want to hear what will be removed, I can play my video.
Бог, а ти.
Okay, and this part will be cutted out. So this is how it works, and when I'm done, I just need to click confirm and go back. And when I'm done with it, I can save and click generate. Just to finish this process and to show you how it works, I will generate my content pieces. So when I'm done, I just need to click generate and confirm my settings. But before I confirm this, I will show you how to set your contexts, because this is a really important setting, and I didn't cover it because it's placed in the wizard, but you can change it later here. And this basically means that every new content piece that will be created will have these contexts. And when I want to change my contexts for some concrete content piece, I can choose this context. I can click on this context button, and let's just say I want also create Instagram video stories for this content piece, and maybe also LinkedIn video. So I will have now more contextual content pieces generated out of my pillar content. What this means, I have 4 content pieces, but 14 contextual content pieces that will be published on different platforms. And Instagram have a different context than Facebook, because you can only upload a 59-second long video there, and of course video story is something totally different than a Facebook video, and so on. And that is what the contextual content piece means. And when I want to change this setting, I can go into contexts and add maybe Instagram video stories, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And then I can go back to trimmer and watch what will happen as soon as I create new content piece. You can see my contextual content pieces is now at 20. And that means this new content piece has all these contexts. And when I change that to, let's just say 4 again, I can create some new content pieces, and you see now I have 32 contextual content pieces. And when I want to remove some context from this, I can just click and remove them. And now I have 8 content pieces, but 30 contextual content pieces. And when I am done, as you can see, I can easily create, let's say, 50 or even maybe 100 contextual content pieces out of one my pillar content. And when I click generate, it will immediately process my content pieces and my contextual content pieces, and I just need to confirm this by clicking on the yes generate button. And then I can go immediately grab a cup of coffee and just watch the process of generation of my content pieces. And what's important to say here is that my content pieces will be processed by the shortest at first. So that means this looks like it's the shortest content piece, and this one should be processed at first. When I hit refresh, it's not ready yet because it needs some time to handle it and transcribe it and everything that is happening on the background. But doing this the standard way, you need to export your videos one after another. So this is a huge time saver, because you can generate your videos, you can generate as many videos at once as you want. I mean, you can generate as many content pieces as you need, and you don't have to import them to ContentFries one after another. So that's how pillar content can save you huge amounts of time. Let's just go into pillar content section, where you can see the scissors icon near the pillar content name. This is showing me it's processing, it's cutting the content pieces, and when it's done, this scissor icon will disappear. Let's go back to content pieces section again, and my content pieces are still not generated, so this may take maybe 10 or 20 minutes to finish this process, because it's rendering the videos, it's cutting and transcribing and doing some heavy lifting, so you don't have to. And let's just wait a few minutes to have this process finished. As you can see now, my cuts are processed, and I can go into my content pieces and edit them as I'm used to. So let's just go into my content piece. This is 300 seconds long, and what you can see, I have Facebook video, YouTube, Instagram video stories, and TikTok video short in here in my first context group. If I want, I can create new context group. This is meant to be for contexts that will share the same layout as the base context. In this case, Facebook video is the base context, and these contexts will share the same layout and the same variables as I set in this context. So to show you how it works, I will choose some template, maybe from our global templates, and maybe I like something like this, nice and simple in blue color, and let's just click on it and select it. And now I will type in some headline, and this video is in Slovak, so maybe let's do something great. Maybe choose some fancy headline and font family for my headline. Maybe clone it and move it like this, make it smaller, and choose some different font family for this subtitle, or maybe something like this. You got the point. You can choose any font family you want, and of course I need to wait until my captions are generated. As you can see, this captioning process just started, but I don't need to wait until it's completed. I can change whatever I need until the captions are generated. What that means is, what I can do now, maybe change that background a bit, maybe to some darker color, and maybe choose some image to have on background, maybe this one, maybe move it like this, and change the color to something like this. Okay, when I'm done with it, I can switch, let's say, to my Instagram video stories context. And as you can see, ContentFries attempt to generate my context properly, but because I'm using some background image in the background, I need to make some adjustments to make it right. And how I can do those is I need unlink my context first. So let's just click the unlink current context, and I will now be able to change my settings here to correct my context. Maybe you didn't have to repair your context. What I'm seeing right now, what I'm experiencing, is my background is not moving correctly, so I will save my context and maybe refresh will help me. So let's just try it once again, and now it is working. So fix the image position, or maybe I don't want to have this image background in this context, so remove my background altogether. So just click on remove image, and now I have this purple context for my Instagram video stories. As you can see, this chain is now crossed. That means this context is not linked anymore to my base context, and that means when I do some changes in my primary context, this unlinked context will not be affected. So this is a huge time saver if you want to have your context the same and you don't want to choose a template and set up your scene from scratch every time you're doing your content piece. But when you're ready, once you're finished, you just unlink you can just unlink your context and then do some small modifications to those to have them as you want. So this is what the linked context feature means, and that's all for today's video I wanted to share with you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think about these new features. I really believe we are heading to direction where we can help the content creators save as much time as possible, so they can be very productive and create dense content pieces with ease. And this is just the beginning of our journey. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and see you next time.